Hi everyone, it's Evangeline here at eTrailer, and today we have the Gen Y adjustable ball mount with a 32,000 pound weight capacity. We're going to take a look at how it fits our 2008 Chevrolet Silverado 3500. This is actually a very versatile ball mount with a lot of weight capacity, but it's also a very heavy ball mount. So some people call this the one-stop shop Hitch Ball Mount, and that's because it has stacked receivers, so you can do a lot with this. It is designed for 2.5-inch hitch receivers though. That's what we have here on our Chevrolet Silverado, so this does fit right in and allows us to carry those heavy trailers. But there are some things to keep in mind and consider for the different options that this Gen Y adjustable ball mount has. So we'll talk about the features and we'll talk about the options, and that way you can get the best fit for you. The main feature here is that 32,000 pound weight capacity as well as the versatility. So the way this does that is, let's take out our pins. We do have 3/4-inch pins, by the way. Having those larger pins allows us to have that greater capacity, but we also have this heavy 2-ball mount. This is a solid ball mount, one piece with a 2 5/16 ball on top and a 2-inch ball on the bottom, and the ability to add a 1 7/8 of an inch hitch ball in the middle, but that is sold separately. If you use a 2 5/16 inch ball, you're able to access that 32,000 pound weight capacity. If you're using the 2-inch hitch ball though, that capacity is limited to 16,000 pounds gross towing weight. And if you add that 1 7/8 of an inch ball in the middle, that only has a 6,000 pound weight capacity. If you do have a trailer with a lunette ring, you also have the pintle lock included with this. So that goes in there, is secured with a pin, and then you put your ball mount up to it. So when you're ready to attach your lunette ring, you put this in the stowed position, attach the ring, and then bring out the pintle lock to make sure it's secure. Use all your pins that are included with your kit, and that's how you transform your normal 2-ball mount into a pintle hitch. This has a 2.5-inch shank, which fits into your 2.5-inch stacked receivers. We have a smaller version here which has 3 stacked receivers. You can get more like 4 or 5 within the 32,000 pound range. Just remember that with more hitch receivers, that's more space this takes up and also more weight to the already very hefty ball mount. You get 2 of these 3/4-inch diameter Gen Y hitch pins. These are stainless steel pins, and you also get clips for them. While the clips look like they might be different compared to your traditional pin and clip, these add a little bit of extra security because you can twist them to make them more secure. You still have to apply pressure though to put them into pin. You can put this into any of the 2.5-inch hitch receivers on your adjustable ball mount. You cannot use this with your own 2.5-inch hitch receiver, mainly because the size or where the hitch pinhole is not standard, so it's more of a custom fit. So depending on the rise and the drop that you need, you can put in the bottom, in the middle, or in the top. If you need more of a drop, you can flip this entire shank into the down position. If you want to carry other items, you can take your ball mount off, which leaves this open, which also takes up less space, and you can even put other accessories like bike racks or cargo carriers in there. Just be mindful, again, 2.5-inch hitch receiver. Make sure that your accessory can fit into that. For the length this adds to the back of our truck, I like to measure from the bumper to the end. I have it at around 11 inches. Note that this sits about 12 inches from your hitch pin hole. If this takes up too much space, you can take out the pin, take off the ball mount, and now you have a little bit more clearance in the back. Toss this into your cab or in your truck, so that way it's ready to go when you're ready to go. In its lowest position, or the droppiest drop, we have it here at pretty limited ground clearance actually. So measuring from the ground to the base of our hitch ball, that is 14 inches off of the ground. Be mindful that your other hitch ball is going to be below it, so we have 8.5 inches. So for our Silverado, I would be slightly concerned when it comes to steep inclines like those driveways, those hills, or even those speed bumps, to make sure there's enough clearance in the back and we're not scraping the hitch ball off the ground. And with our Silverado, also double check your hitch, because whenever you are towing anything, no matter how heavy duty or how much gross towing weight capacity your ball mount may have, you also have to measure or think of the weight capacity of your hitch receiver and follow whichever one is the lower of all those components. So if you do need that heavy duty weight capacity, and if your hitch is capable of utilizing that heavy duty weight capacity, this is a great option, especially with the versatility. You have stacked receivers, so rather than sliding a ball mount up and down, you put it into its own separate hitch. With this design though, one major downside is there is still a lot of movement. You don't really have any anti-rattle components. These are all hitch pins and clips, so there will be some up and down and side to side. But this definitely is pretty much a one-stop hitch ball mount. Just make sure you have that 2.5-inch hitch receiver that it can fit into. And that right there was a look at the Gen Y Mega Duty Adjustable 2-ball mount with a 32,000-pound weight capacity right here on our 2008 Chevrolet Silverado.